Hello, Class 2. Today we're going to talk about the difference between fiction and nonfiction books. A fiction book is a pretend book that has made-up characters and it didn't really happen. A nonfiction book is real. It gives you real information, real directions, often has real pictures to help you learn about new things or just give you fun information. I have some examples here to help illustrate my point. Let's take a look at this book first. It's called Stickman. The main character is a stick who talks and helps out Santa Claus. Fiction. This book is fiction because there are characters that shouldn't be walking around or talking or being Santa Claus. Totally made up. You can tell just from the covers of so many books if it's fiction or nonfiction. So if you have a character that's not a human but acts like a human, it's a fiction story. So this will go in fiction. Now here's a book called Popcorn. I'll just turn to this page. Okay, so we have a bear making popcorn. Right from the cover, what do you think it is? Are you thinking fiction like me? You're correct. There's a bear with a headdress making popcorn. Is that real? Could that really happen? No, and fiction means not real. So now look at this page. The house is full of popcorn. What? The next page, they ate all the popcorn. Could that really happen? No, this is definitely fiction. In this story, the bear also talks to his friends in English. Do bears speak English? No, they do not. If you have a talking animal, it is fiction. Stay right here. This book is called Chrysanthemum. What do you think? Fiction or nonfiction? It's fiction. Did you notice there's a mouse with the name Chrysanthemum? And she's wearing a dress. And, oh my, she goes to school and takes naps and learns about the alphabet. Is that real or pretend? It's pretend, isn't it? So, fiction. We'll go a little faster and let's see if you can tell if this book is fiction or non-fiction. Do hippos really stand like that? Nope, fiction. Hooray for Wadney! Wat! He's wearing clothes and he's a mouse and he has a name. Fiction. Click, clack, moo, cows that type. Can cows use a typewriter? No, they would step on it and break it. This has to be fiction. Butterflies. Ooh. Let's look at this. This book tells us about how butterflies live, the life cycle that they go through. The butterflies do not talk. They do not have names. They do not go to school and they do not wear human clothes. They don't do magic either. This book is definitely non-fiction. This will give you real information about a real thing. What about this one? This story is about Nelson Mandela. He was a real person who did real things. In this book, he doesn't talk. This book just explains his life story. So this is called a biography. And this is a non-fiction book because it's a real story of a real person and he's not talking in it. It just tells information about him. Let's look at a few more. What do you think about this? I'll give you a hint. The fish talks. Fiction. What about this? Non-fiction. It's real. You can learn real things about storms from this book. What about this one? Snakes. Non-fiction. In this book, the snakes don't wear dresses. They don't go to school. They don't do magic. They don't talk. We can just learn facts about snakes. Let's look at this one. You might remember this book from class. This book has real pictures of real animals that don't do magic. They don't talk. They don't wear dresses. They don't get in fights with their friends and speak in English. It's just real information that's true. So this is non-fiction. Let's do two more. This book, There's a Wocket in My Pocket. Like that. Definitely fiction. Is that little guy real? Do you think he talks? No, definitely not. This is definitely fiction. It's all crazy made up characters, not real. And remember, fiction means not real. Nonfiction means real. This really happened. The things in here are true and real. There's no animals doing magic. Animals don't speak English. Sticks don't go around helping Santa Claus. This is a real book about real trees and how trees grow. Gives us lots of interesting information. So I hope that helped you know the difference between fiction and nonfiction. Goodbye.